Sup guys, Trash Talker here to talk about Kamen Geats episode 7. Now, it's time for this episode's highlights. The episode starts with Sakurai recapping the Desire Grand Prix so far and its rules for the people that exit the game, if it's by death by one of the Jamatos or by disqualification, until his sister enters his room thinking he was doing something else, if you know what I mean. Just a little advice for Sakurai, don't do it as much because you would go blind. I think, not sure about that fully. We see Ace sitting on a rooftop looking at his scissor coin, remembering what his mother told him, and that is to not remember her because he would be happier that way. Ace asking himself, where is she now? We return to Sakurai reading what he wrote to himself 10 years ago. He wished to be a wonderful adult, strong enough to protect world peace. On the table, we see a bunch of ninja stuff like swords and shurikens. Sarah asks Sakurai what does it mean to be a wonderful adult, but Sakurai doesn't have a clue either. Sarah asks him maybe when he meant wonderful adult, he meant ninja fighting evil. Sakurai tells her maybe he did. It's Nago's 52nd attempt at escaping her home, but she still didn't learn her lesson to not live stream it because both of her bodyguards do find her. FYI, Tom Constantine looks really great in a dress and a blonde wig, I'm just saying. But when she starts running away from them, a Jamato barrier shows up between them without any notice for the Desire Grand Prix. Tsurumi, in the middle of her eating, not polite of her because she is talking with her mouth full, calls to the other riders to protect the city. They transform and they start fighting the Jamato. Tycoon gets to actually clear out a secret mission and he gets the boost buckle again. I'm sorry, that boost buckle is way more of a primary form for Tycoon than Geats. To both our surprise, when he sees that the boss looks very small, he believes that it's going to be very easy to beat. But he gets pushed so hard to a wall, he gets stuck in it. The Jamato uses some sort of a big plant to consume human to grow to larger size. Tsurumi tells the riders that in the history of the Desire Grand Prix, he is one of the most destructive Jamato there is, but his one weakness is his can that he stores all the energy in it. If they would kick the can, it would cause him to lose all of his absorbed energy. The riders starts running towards the can, except for Ace, that sits down and tries to snipe at it. But the Jamato picks it up and starts chugging it, and he starts growing in size. But he disappears to another area to hunt for humans. Their mission is to kick the can, because if they don't kick the can, they would kick the can, if you know what I mean. In the break room, Sakurai asks Girori if they can save all the victims. He tells them they can, but when they're going to clear the game. But if they don't, it would be game over. Ace starts telling them about one of the Desire Grand Prix game that all of the riders got defeated and the boss exterminated every human in the area, and then he vanished. And that is the same Jamato they are fighting right now. Ace tells them that that was an old story before he started playing the game. Sakurai asks Ace for how long he's been playing the game. Ace answers that he's been playing since the first year of Anno Domini. I needed to look it up, and that means that Ace is very old. Azuma starts asking Ace what sort of a twisted world that he's wishing for, because he already won several games. Ace tells them that's not going to be world peace, like Sakurai asked for, or true love, like Nago asked for, or crushing every Kamen Rider, like Azuma is asking for. But the only way for him to find out is when he's going to win the game again. Azuma comes to Sakurai and requests from him the boost buckle, but Sakurai stands his ground ground and tells them that this time he's going to use it. Girori separates the two riders and he tells all of them to return to their home and wait for their call. Before they all leave, Nago asks for Ace to come to talk to her. We see Nago and Ace eating in the same restaurant that Sakurai loves to eat in. Nago asks Ace if fighting for her wish is a bit selfish. Ace tells her that's not a problem because they are risking their life to save the world, so getting their wish is a reward for their efforts. Sakurai and Sera enters the restaurant and Sera, acting like the fangirl she is, after seeing Nago and Ace sitting together. When Sakurai comes in to pick their meals, he starts remembering the attack from the first episode, telling himself that that's not going to happen again. Sera tells Nago and Ace that they are living together since their parents died. After hearing this, Ace starts looking at Sakurai very strangely. After finishing their meal, the four walk together, Nago telling Sera that she is kind of jealous of her and Sakurai's relationship as brother and sister. Nago starts running and Sera goes after her, leaving Sakurai and Ace alone together. Ace tells Sakurai that now he understands why he's wishing for world peace. He tells him that he knows how it feels to lose a family member. Sakurai asks him about his family, but he doesn't remember any of them. And before Ace leaves, he tells Sakurai that they need to save this world. In the next day, in an empty theme park, we see the Yamato grow to even a larger size. The riders get teleported to their mission. Sakurai tells all of them to stay back. Azuma tells them that if he gets spotted, he would die, but Ace tells him that he needs to go on for world peace. Sakurai finally gets to use the boost buckle. Tycoon uses the boost striker to drive on the roller coaster tracks and send it to fight the Yamato. He gets knocked down to the ground to get closer to the Ken, but he gets swiped away by the Yamato, so Ace comes in to save Sakurai to clear a secret mission that gets him the ninja buckle. He did all of this because he understands that the ninja buckle is the only buckle that can beat this boss. Ace thanks Sakurai for putting his life in danger, and when Sakurai starts to get angry at him, he said that that's not his problem. It's more of his problem because he fell for it more than one time already. Ace starts fighting the Yamato using the ninja's buckle abilities like teleporting and multiplying himself, and after he uses a tactical strike, Ace tries to kick the Ken, but the Yamato catches it and teleports again. They get teleported back to the Temple of Desire, where Tsurumi explains to them that they need to kick the Ken out of the Yamato's area. Azuma asks Ace how does he know about the ninja buckle. He tells him that he just knows the game better than all of them. Sakurai angrily stares at Ace. Ace tells Sakurai that he doesn't need to worry, he would save this world. Sakurai, before he gets knocked out, he promised not to trust anyone. The episode ends with the rule of the week. When all the Kamen Riders are defeated, the game is over. The area would vanish. What does it mean? I don't know. What an episode, huh? Yeah, this episode actually made me hate Ace more and more, as much as it kept me interested in his character and his connection to the Desire Grand Prix. And his character made me yell at the screen for Sakurai to not believe in what Ace is telling him, and actually getting pissed off again because Sakurai already stood his ground against Azuma, but he didn't do it for Ace. But now we actually got some sort of a timeline when Ace actually started playing the game, and that is a very long time ago from what I understand. And from what I understand, actually brings the connection to the scissor coin a lot closer. But his knowledge of the game is still not fully explored yet, because at least Azuma, we know, played at least 2 games and he never heard about the ninja buckle. So what Ace knows that Azuma and the rest of the player don't. One of the most interesting things, he knows everybody's wishes. how does he know that? I absolutely love the characterization of Sakurai, slowly and slowly starting to become more of a man to himself and starting to actually stand his ground against Azuma first, and in the end of the episode it clearly shows that he's going to fight for himself now and no one else. I am slightly getting scared of Nago kind of slowly and slowly fading to the side. I hope we're not just going to get she's just a female writer towards the female writer's sake and not actually characterizing her like they did, let's say, Revise, because Sakura was amazing in there, and right now we don't really get a lot of Nago yet, but let's wait for a little bit. So yeah, next episode is going to be pretty much the finale of at least this game. It pretty much shows that Sakurai is going to win this game and we're going to see his world, but the game is still going to continue. Maybe Tycoon will just not be there, or Tycoon will return to actually defend his title as God of Desires. So yeah, thank you very much. I hope you enjoyed this video. Like and subscribe to my channel. Leave a comment. Let's have a conversation. Have a great rest of your day.